ISIS, and we've seen the very shocking videos, known for extreme violence, executions, beheadings, massacres. As the group sweeps across Iraq, it's also extending its reach to followers outside the Middle East. Now, CNN's Atika Schubert has a rare interview with militants who are considering joining ISIS and its brutal ranks. Right now, this is the first showing of Atika's exclusive report. Take a look.
This is the call to jihad as militants from ISIS establish a territorial foothold stretching from Syria to Iraq. And as this propaganda video shows, ISIS hopes it is the beginning of an Islamic caliphate to sweep the region. It's a message that's reaching extremists in other parts of the world. These three young men have traveled to Syria for jihad.
I'm Abu Bakr, and this brother here with me is Abu Anwar al-Bratani. He's a friend of Abu Hurairah. There's another brother here.
They agreed to speak to us from Idlib over Skype if we do not show their faces. Abu Anwar is British.
I'm from the south of England. I grew up in a middle-class family, and life was easy back home. I had a job, I had a car. But the thing is, you cannot practice Islam back home. We see around us, all around us, evil, and we can't do anything about it because because we are living by the laws of the kufr.
We met Abu Anwar and his friends, as so many of these young men do, online. Their posts Instagrammed photos that make guns and holy war seem cool. But what they don't show you, the brutality. ISIS has boasted about executing Iraqi soldiers in cold blood and has committed massacres and acts of terror so extreme that even Al-Qaeda has disavowed them. I ask Abu Anwar if his family knows what he is doing in Syria.
They're not happy with me being here, as you can expect, but I give them a lot of dawah, Islamic propagation, and gradually they see the reality of what they see here. They see the reality, they hear the reality from me, what they don't hear from the BBC.
So how many like Abu Anwar are out there? Well, thousands, and from all across Europe. The Sufan Group, a security consulting firm, estimates there are around 700 from France, and in Russia, about 800. Here in the UK, almost 400, not to mention those in Germany and Belgium. These numbers are quite high, but these are only the movements they can track. The actual numbers may be higher. Like Moner Mohammed Abu Salha, a 22-year-old American known as Abu Hurairah al-Amriki. Authorities say last month he packed a truck full of explosives, drove it to a Syrian army position, and detonated it, killing himself. Abu Anwar says he was a friend of Abu Hurairah's.
He was the best person I've met in my life. He had the best character. Abu Hurairah believed that this operation would give him the chance to go into the enemy and to kill much of them and be killed in the process. He told me, if I go from this martyrdom operation, don't go back to England.
Abu Anwar says he too wants to carry out a suicide attack inspired by his friend, what he calls a martyrdom mission. But when I ask Abu Anwar if he would return to Britain and carry out an attack back home, he says no.
If I come home, it will be when I conquer Europe and the black flag of Islam is flying over Downing Street. I don't expect to come home. For me personally, I will come only as a conqueror.
When I ask if he will now join ISIS in Iraq, he says he is considering it.
We have Islamic State in Raqqa, inshallah, now in Iraq.
For Abu Anwar and others like him, the call to jihad is too strong to resist. Atika Schubert, CNN.